What is up, YouTube? I'm stuck at the house. I'm bored. I can't go anywhere. So I figured I'd make a short video on how to use a high lift properly. Here you go. So some of y'all may have seen my other videos. I got this high lift jack on here, and I was talking, I believe it was my last video, about my side steps here, the rock sliders, and how you kind of need that to be able to use the high lift and not crush the body. So I keep mine mounted up here on the hood. I got these little mounts here off of Amazon. Heck, I'll throw the link in the description down there if you're looking for a set. They're real sturdy. That thing ain't going nowhere. And one of the biggest things I like the most about it, I like how you can lock it in there, so no one will take off with your high lift. So every time I go out riding on a trail somewhere, I usually take that lock off. That way I just have to undo those right there. So we're gonna get this thing unlocked and I'm gonna show you how to use one. All right, so you got that bolt there that just comes through the bottom. It's one of those carriage bolts. That square part right there locks into place into the mount. Take that off, and then voila. Just comes right off there. Those are very good little mounts. I really like them. So let's go ahead and get this thing oiled up. First things first, this high lift stays out in the weather all the time. I don't have any WD-40 on me, but I got a little bit of Remington gun oil here. So just spray down all this stuff right here and make your life a lot easier. Yeah, get all those climbing pins done. The handle, all the little joints. So I can make sure they're oiled down really good. So I got this handle keeper here. Just slides right off. I'm gonna slide to about right there. So to get it to go up, there's this lever down here. All you gotta do, press it down. Let's see, let's go about right here. We're gonna act like we're gonna change the front tire. A way to speed it up, just grab a hold of the handle, pull it up, lift that lever back up, and you just put it up like that. No big deal. Right there. Now, it's got some tension on it, so it ain't really going anywhere. All right, so here's a little close-up of the actual jack, the way it works. This is that lever I was talking about. You pull it up to jack up, push it down to jack down. Those are your climbing pins right there and right there. Make sure those are well lubed and oiled. If they're not, you can still use it, but it's extremely dangerous and you have to use a hammer. I got a bead on it and then try to jack it up again. So we got her all lubed up, as you can see. Now some safety points on this thing. Safety points. Obviously, you don't want to do that. That'll hurt. You don't want your fingers in between the jack and the body. There's a lot of people who grab a hold of that right there and just go to town. Whenever this vehicle gets up high enough, if it slips and that jack goes forward, now you're pinned in between the jack and your vehicle. That's not a good time. Wherever you are using it, you hear it click, come down, staying out of this triangle of death until you hear a click. Slowly let up, go up, click, come back down, click, come back up, click, back down, click. And you just do that slow and carefully. Tire's off the ground. We got it changed. So, how do you let it back down? This is what I like to do. I'll take this handle, I'll put it up here. If you're feeling it, you can put your hand down here and flop that down. What I like to do though is just something quick. Kick that little lever right back down there. Then, staying out of this area right here, I'm staying far away from it. Just have one hand on it here. Push down, you'll hear it release. Keep pressure on it. If you let this thing go, it will start slapping and ratcheting, and that's how people get hurt. Keep pressure on it, nice and slow, and you'll feel it rest on those climbing pins. Push it back up, come back down, then you'll hear it release, like that. Come back down, and just keep doing that over and over. These jacks are extremely handy, but can also be very dangerous. And keep in mind that if you're going to have a high lift jack, then most of the time wherever you're going to need it is whenever you're going to be in the woods. So you want to be very careful with it, very slow, very smooth, because you don't want to get hurt. Just like that. And then you just pick it up, slide it right on out. Bring that pin back up, that lever back up. That's ready to go for next time. That can be done on all the corners. Just make sure before you start jacking it up, you've got the wheels chalked to where it's not going to move, because as you can see, that's a very small base. They do make some base plates that you can get. I haven't got one yet, but I'm planning on getting one. It's a big old piece of plastic. It fits right there inside of that foot, and it gives it a little bit better footing. That way, if you're in the mud or anything like that, it has a better chance. All right, so that's how you use a high lift jack safely. There's a few videos out there on YouTube how to do that. There's not as many as I thought, but that's always a handy tool to keep with you, especially if you have a lifted vehicle. If you got any kind of body armor on it or anything like that, they're real handy, really nice to have. They actually sell entire kits dedicated to these high lift jacks. Ones that have got a strap and some chains with some hooks on the end of it, where you can hook into a part of the body and lift up on it. There's just all sorts of things. These jacks can be used for so many different things. I can take this bolt out right here and turn that foot the same way, run this all the way down in there, and I can use it as a come along. You can winch with these. You got a big tree in the way, you need to pick it up because you got your chainsaw stuck, throw a high lift underneath it, jack up on it, pop your saw right out. So that's how you use those. Pretty handy. Look into one. Once again, a thing I have never had to use. One day, maybe, one day, all these goodies I have on this Jeep, I will actually be able to use them one day. Maybe in my next trip video that I make, maybe I can find a way to get this thing stuck. I have yet to get it stuck. But there are a few holes up there on Dix Creek I could probably bury this thing in. So, might try that. Anyways, appreciate y'all watching. If you like the video, give it a like. If you want to subscribe to it, subscribe. That's awesome. The high lift mountain points here on the hood, I'll throw those in the description if you're looking at getting some. I think those are only about 20-25 bucks. They're not that expensive, and you look kind of cool with it on the hood. But until next time, peace out.